Hey and welcome to Simply Business from Essex to East London. On this episode, we have our guest, Antony Balah from Luv2dance. Okay, so we're going to dive straight into it. Are you ready?
Let's go.
First, I'm going to just ask you a couple of quick fire questions before we get to know you, Antony.
Okay.
So first, are Jaffa cakes a biscuit or a cake?
We're a cake.
Okay. Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Instagram or Snapchat?
Instagram.
Pepsi or Coke?
I don't like either.
Fair enough. Mac or PC?
PC.
Okay. Winter or summer?
Summer.
Cats or dogs?
Cats.
And the topical question at the moment is, who's going to win the Football World Cup?
I have to say England, but I got a sneaky feeling Brazil might catch him.
Nice.
But I've actually put a bet on Belgium.
There you go. Because there's three bases covered there.
I've covered up. I've got a bet on Belgium because they look quite strong. Brazil, England obviously my favourite team. You know, it's my country.
Nice.
Like England, yeah. But Brazil, I like the way they play. Apart from Neymar and all this diving. Yeah. But Belgium look really strong at the moment. So
yeah. Okay, so we're going to go into some questions more about you now, more about what you do, your business. So, can you tell the people listening to this podcast a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what your hobbies are, and an overview of how you got to where you are now?
Right, okay. Like yourself, I'm born and bred in Ilford. Born and bred. I went to Cleveland School, which is just around the corner. I went to Loxford School, I've just grown up. I did move away for a little while. I went to Edmonton, lived in Edmonton. Then I moved back to Clay Hall. Then I moved back to Ilford to look after my parents. But I've been into dance from a kid with all my friends. There was a place called the Rec. We was called the Rec Posse, and we'd either roller skate or dance. So I've been into dance forever.
Nice.
Yeah. Plus my mum was a singer. She was a backing singer for Cliff Richard. And so therefore as a child, I belonged to Sylvia Young and Agency.
Yeah, Sylvia Young.
And I had to do all the acting and West End, the shows.
Nice.
And adverts and stuff. So my mum pushed me in that side of things anyway. So I've always been on the creative side of things. As you get a bit older though, you're thinking, you have to find a proper job, don't you?
Other dancers keep doing what you do, but yes, I know what you mean.
So basically I left school, started working in London Borough of Redbridge actually, in the education department. From the education department, I then moved to London Borough of Enfield, and I got into marketing. And so my first qualifications, in my first professional qualifications, was a CAM, Communications, Advertising and Marketing. And I was in the marketing department for the London Borough of London Borough of Enfield, sorry. Okay. Worked for the leisure department, and then that's where I got into fitness and dance again, because obviously doing marketing, we had to sort of market for the leisure department. And I just see loads of lovely young girls around, used to try and chat to them, and then I realised, I could do this myself, because I've always danced.
Okay.
And it's actually before I actually got qualified as a fitness instructor, I went in for some, at the time, I'm talking way back now, there used to be like aerobic competitions, fitness aerobic competitions, and I actually entered in them, and I actually did doing quite well, and I got into the British finals, came third in the British finals for aerobic competitions, and then I qualified as a fitness instructor. When I was as a fitness instructor, I had loads of classes. So I left my marketing job, but I was still into dance, so I used to push my fitness from a dance background. From a dance background. From that, basically because I think I did the aerobic competitions, Reebok took me on, and I toured with Reebok, and I went and did some work in America with Reebok.
Nice.
As a fitness but dance basis, so it's more like hip hop. I was doing, and obviously it was just more like to show off their clothing. So that's Reebok. From Reebok, I became a Nike athlete. So I
transferred.
They went to Nike. If the jobs just sort of came in. So I was a Nike athlete, same sort of thing, doing a lot of street dance, and but it was once again it was to sort of show off their clothing. But it was really good because obviously I got sponsors, so I had loads of free trainers.
Nice. You still got some of those?
I still got a few of those, yeah. But I was with Nike for about 7 years, I think.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
A good stint.
It was a good stint, yeah. From there, I had like various jobs. Even though I was a fitness instructor, dancer. Then Morley College. Now Morley College is where I actually qualified to be a fitness instructor. Okay. They asked me to come back and to lecture on fitness, and so they trained me up with all my qualifications. So I give it all to Morley College in Westminster Bridge Road, Lambeth. They trained me up to become a lecturer. So I'm a lecturer in all the fitness qualifications, which is level 2, level 3, exercise and music, gym, Pilates. Circuits.
Nothing you can't do in the world of fitness.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So yes, I was doing that, and I did that. I've done that for like almost 20. Did that for almost 20 years. Whilst I was doing that,
a man of many talents, clearly.
Whilst I was doing that, I was taken on by. It was called Body Training Systems at the time, but people know it more as Les Mills.
Okay. Yeah.
So Les Mills, and I became international. Body jam instructor.
Okay.
So I toured around Europe with Les Mills.
Nice, yeah, I've heard of Les Mills.
Yeah, and being a jam instructor, so I was doing that. Whilst I was doing that, I was also got involved with their kids project, and their kids are obviously like a special thing in my heart. So I started writing dance programs for kids.
Yes.
Then, whilst I was with Les Mills, Katie Holmes came along because she wanted someone to write a program for teenage girls, because teenage girls are the most inactive market.
Okay.
They don't tend to work out as much. Obviously, they're getting older and they're more conscious of themselves. So I was asked to write a dance program, but because I'm a qualified nutritionist as well, the program was initially dance and nutrition. So basically, they couldn't actually dance unless they did a bit of nutrition as well. So that was the whole idea.
They were getting a nice balance of a bit of everything.
That's right, yeah. And so I did that for Kelly Holmes, did some work for Sainsbury's, the fitness, health and wellbeing side of Sainsbury's. Nice. Did some work for the fitness industry action in Wembley, with a lot of sort of like say Somalian girls and Muslim girls. Yeah. On the fitness side and the nutrition side. Then from there, PGL, which is I think it's Peter Gabriel Lawrence, but people call it Parents Get Lost. It's like an activity centre.
Okay, yeah.
They brought the program on, the dance program, and I started touring all the PGL sites, and I was doing that for 8 years.
Amazing. Yeah. A man well travelled. By the sounds of it.
Yeah.
With sponsors and all.
With sponsors and all. That's right. Yeah.
And where are you at? And where are you at now? What stage?
Well, basically, I left PGL last year. Yeah. But what I did, because I bought, even though I wrote the program for say Les Mills, I bought the kids program back off them. So that program is now mine, and I have a company called Luv2dance. Which I have I have a few dancers that work for me. So basically, the concept of actually teenage girls, which is now not just teenage girls, it's all kids. Okay. That concept for actually teaching teenagers and small children dance to be healthy. So it's dance, but it will be I will dance to tracks what they would know. Yeah. But it's still got a fitness aspect.
Okay.
And
Luv2dance how long has that been going?
Luv2dance has been going since 2011.
Nice.
Yeah, because I actually sort of changed the name. I left sort of Les Mills whilst I was with PGL, and then changed my name to Luv2dance.
And has it grown?
It's grown. Yep. Unfortunately, I had a gym in Ilford again, just on the Green Lanes. Mm-hmm. But I broke my leg last year, unfortunately, and so I had to put that out for. Yeah, I went for a break from that. Then I've lost that gym, so I've just actually moved into another gym now, which is in Seven Kings. It's just called Warren's Gym, and I'm actually gradually taking that over.
And how did you come up with the idea of all the things you've done? Obviously, you're well versed in many areas of fitness, nutrition. How did you then get to the point where a gym?
Dance is my passion.
Yes.
The guy who owns the gym is a good friend of mine.
Okay.
And at the present time, it's a men's only gym.
Yes.
But he wants it so women can come in there.
Yeah.
And obviously, because dance is my passion, I know I can bring women in there.
Yes.
So I've gone in with him now to try and bring more women in there. Like we've just put a ladies' toilets in there, and we're trying to change the studio up to make it more female friendly. I should say, as well keeping the guys as well. So that's the reason I got the gym. But once you got a gym, you have to realise I can still do the rest of my work, because the studio, if it's not being used during the day, not a lot of fitness will go on during the day, so therefore I can do like teacher training.
Of course, yeah.
And fitness qualifications. I can still do my nutrition, and I still do personal training.
You can use it as a multi-hub centre for fitness,
and
nutrition.
That's the whole idea of doing that.
Sounds like a great idea. And what's the gym called again?
It's called Warren's Gym.
Are you keeping the name? Warren's Gym? What it is?
I have to, because it's my mate. His name's Bally, and he wants it. But then what I'm going to do is called Luv2dance. So basically, when I advertise it, it's going to share. We're going to share the name.
Cool, nice.
So the female aspect will become more under the Luv2dance, and the teacher training side of things, and the personal training.
So my next question was going to be, which we've already answered, was how do you get to the point in the business that you're currently at, which we've got to, which is great. But can you, and this is your selling bit, so sell this to the community. Can you tell in like a few words, 10 to 30 seconds, can you tell people why they should come to your gym, what should attract them, and what you'll be doing to attract them?
The gym is going to be based on individuality. I think we have a lot of gyms in the Redbridge area, and then obviously you got like you have the memberships and you have the set things going on. But my gym is going to be based on individuality, where we're actually going to sort of specialise towards the individual. Okay. So, for example, someone wants to do personal training for dance. They might have a dance show or a wedding. We can do that. If someone wants, so basically anyone that comes to my gym, whatever they want to get out of it,
you tailor the package or the service to them.
Yeah, it's not going to be sort of like, bringing out sheeps.
It's not a numbers game. It's a personal service.
It's a personal service. It's not a big gym, and as I said, I can't cope with a bigger gym, so therefore we have to go on that individual service. Basically.
Right. Sounds good. And is there going to be any? Again, you might not be at that stage yet, but is there anything anybody should look out for in terms of deals, packages, whatever, how that's going to work? Or?
Yes, well, we're setting up a website for it, which will be coming out pretty soon.
Nice. Okay. What's that space?
Yeah, so we're setting up a website for that. And hopefully the idea is the Luv2dance. The Luv2dance has got a pretty good name.
Yeah. So
basically, I'll be sort of looking for any sponsorships or anything, because that's a lot of my dance. I have dancers for me, and then sometimes we do fashion shows, for example. Like we did one for Cliff Richard charity. So therefore, sometimes we'll get clothing and stuff for free. So I'm always on the lookout to try and do deals with different companies, different local companies where I can help.
Services in kind.
I can do something for them, they can do something for me. So we're always looking out to sort of work with the local community.
And is your gym already open, or is it going to be open?
It's open at the present time, but it's not finished yet. It's still more men orientated.
So people can still start inquiring right now.
Yeah.
So
I have ladies coming in there. I have a girl and she was getting ready for her GCSEs.
Nice.
In dance.
Yeah.
So I was teaching her. I've got a lady was getting ready for a wedding.
Nice.
And so her and her sisters are going to do a dance at the wedding and doing that. And I've got personal training clients, so I'll do boxing
start hitting you up and inquiring about it now.
Yeah, definitely.
In the area, start that.
Yeah, just come and have a look.
Okay, so a couple of other questions are based around the local area, based around you, the business, everything like that. So how do you, or have you interacted and engaged with your local community through the business or you recently? So how do you think you've integrated into...
Well, I think the same way I met you, really.
Okay.
Is, to be honest, it's obviously we got the business hub here.
Yeah.
And obviously, I came here when I broke my leg because I just thought I needed to sort of see what else was going on. And I met with Leonora, which she's a lovely lady. And so via her, I've actually sort of got involved with like doing more community things because she has all these networking dates.
Okay, yeah.
And so basically, I've met loads of people from the community. Like, so for example, there was one lady, I'm going to be bringing some teenagers during the summer holidays to come and work in the gym for free.
Okay, nice.
And that was done by this business hub.
Great.
Working with another guy called Liam. We were just trying to sort of, he's very political, but I'm just trying to sort of get but he's very intelligent, and so I've gone to some of his meetings. Yeah. And so I'm trying to do something with
dance-wise, what's the most recent thing you've done in the most local area to where we are now, or in Essex or East London?
Local to this, I mean, the only thing I can say I've done recently is probably like the park shows from when there's a holiday, we've done like park shows.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd love to dance, I've got the kids and stuff.
And it's all go great. When was the last one? Last year? Or?
It was last year.
Last year, okay.
Last year,
that kind of stuff, Luv2dance is still present in the current community.
Yeah. And I've got there's a couple of my dancers, and they've done things like in the, which was this year, and I just helped with the choreography. But I've known some of them from about 4 or 5, and they're now like 15.
Nice.
So I've got a couple of my girls, and they'll be doing things like in the Redbridge Sports Centre and stuff like that.
Right. So yeah, well versed in the area because you've lived here.
Yeah.
You've also setting up a business here now. Plus you've got things that have happened, events, dancing and stuff, all happened in the local community.
Yeah.
And I think
exactly.
It's nice that happens and that people don't always go further afield. And for a period of time, you actually did go further afield. You went travelling, you did tours and all that kind of stuff, but almost came home.
I came home because I'm more family orientated, to be honest. So that's the reason I came home.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, a nice question I think for you. I find it interesting. How important do you think creativity is for a business, and what types of things do you do to stay creative?
I think, because I realised that some people are quite linear. So some people they think logically, and then there's other people who think like creatively. For me, I am a creative person. I have to work more at the linear side of things, or being logical. I mean, I can do the business side of things. Yeah. It's not my favourite thing to do.
Of course.
Creativity for me is a passion, and being creative is my passion. And for me, that's the reason I use Luv2dance. The title Luv2dance states, or it actually comes from the Bible actually.
Okay.
Luv2dance, you know what I mean, and was it Mark Twain? I think it was. Wrote a poem about it. Okay. You know what I mean? And it's just actually you have to express yourself. You know what I mean? So the things like I don't have to work out logically how to dance. I can just express myself. Okay. I can just be creative. Yeah. So for me, it's very important that I work with creative people.
Yeah. And do you see a lot of creativity around you all the time in terms of not just you in your perception, but in other businesses?
Oh yeah, definitely. As I said, since I've been coming to the hub, I'm totally amazed the amount of people I've met, and I'm always taking down numbers and trying to keep in contact with people
because they're being
creative, and it could be something even if it's just someone what's saying they're going to be renting out houses and stuff, but the way they're doing it, you're thinking, I didn't think it was a clever idea, Okay, so what would you like to see done more in the community, in general and for businesses? So again, honing this in, you're making a great footprint. We're obviously in spaces where lots of people are kind of starting up, and you've already mentioned that you're kind of embedded in the community and you're already using community resources like the hub. Yeah. But what do you think? What do you think could be done more to help people trying to start a business or grow their local business? Well, I think the hub's actually trying to do a good job.
Okay, yeah.
It's just I don't think everybody knows about it, and not everybody are going to feel comfortable coming to a place like this, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I think maybe you need, if you have like little sites, sort of like mobile sites where people can just go to, local to them, and they can just feel free to come in and just sort of talk to somebody.
So more spaces for people to go, to one hub, but obviously some other places.
Like how they used to have like mobile libraries and things like that.
Okay, yeah. You think that would be helpful for...
I think for businesses, if they knew, if people locally knew there was a local,
And what do you think businesses can do to be getting known more locally? So obviously, like, you've got a gym in the local area. The most key thing for you is that people locally know about you. Yeah. Because someone from Newcastle is not going to come, right? That's
the problem. Well, actually, that's the thing, because I've got more people coming from outside because they know me from outside.
Oh, okay.
I have less people coming from inside, but I really need the people coming from inside.
Of course.
So obviously, it's my marketing, promotion,
of course,
sort of working with people like you.
Okay.
So I need to work with other companies companies, and I need to push myself and market it. And it's publicity, and it can be quite expensive, and it's actually trying to spend the money in the right way, or
of course.
You know,
the limited resource that you have when you're starting out in the right.
I've done it before when I was in the old gym. You know, I spent hundreds on papers, and it never really got me anywhere. You know, so it's actually, you know, sort of just promoting things the right way, like maybe doing free events, inviting people to come along for free.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean?
Giving them free.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole thing.
And do you think there's anything that the community can do to help you? So you obviously want to try and put your service out to help people in the community, kind of. That's what you're trying to do. Yeah. So do you think there's anything that the community can do to help you?
Well, for me, it's quite simple what the community can do. Redbridge is one of the worst obesity levels.
Yeah.
Out of all boroughs, you know, which means obviously, you know, people are not only 5 to 8% of people work out on a regular basis. You know,
in this borough,
that's everywhere. Okay. Everywhere. That's actually a UK
very small percentage.
Yeah, you know, and regular basis means 3 months and ongoing. So what you normally find, people like start for about a month and then they'll stop.
Of course, yeah.
So 3 months ongoing is a regular basis. And so the way the community can help themselves and actually realising they do need to try and keep healthy. You know, it's going to save them on the doctors and hospital bills and stuff.
So help them to help you, help you to help them.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. And if they're more aware of it and they make more of an effort, and not just when they're going on holiday or when they're getting married or whether it's just before Christmas. You know, to try and work out on a regular basis and realise there are other smaller gyms around but work from an individual basis. I think we all like the larger gyms, but a lot of the larger gyms make money out of people not turning up. Because the thing is though, you have these memberships and then people once again don't turn up for 2 months, but they pay for the whole year.
Of course, yeah.
And that's, you know, I'm trying not to do that.
Yeah, so they're actually making most of their money by not doing what they're meant to be helping people do, which is be healthy and stay fit. I never thought of it that way, so now I definitely will. That is very smart business model, kind of. But not right. Almost morally right.
No, it's not morally right, because they will just take your money and you can never get it back if you sign up for a year. Yeah.
So I don't know if you've done this already, but how do you advertise your business? And if you don't, then how are you thinking about advertising your business? Or how have you done advertisement in the past that you think's really worked?
Right. I use Facebook a lot.
Facebook.
I use Instagram a lot. Okay, I use Instagram a lot. I've got this thing called Ripple.
Yeah.
So I use Ripple and I do all my adverts and everything on
the app called Ripple.
It's an app.
We'll come into that, so you can come back to that in a minute. Let's skip over that, but we'll come back to that. And word of mouth. Yeah. Word of mouth basically, because what I tend to do is even though I still have a lot of contacts outside of Ilford, so I will still go do free events and then let them know what I'm now based in Ilford. If that makes sense. Yeah, of course.
Do you know what I mean?
And you said you've got people coming.
Yeah, I have people coming in, but I do need to attract more people in this area. So it's just a matter of just getting yourself onto the events, knowing the right people. So there's that guy, what's his name? Is it Winston or Wilson? He works for Redbridge and he does all the events. So sometimes it's getting to know him and just trying to get your name on some of these free events, all the street events. Yeah. These are the sort of things, you know.
You might have mentioned this already, but you might come up with something different. What do you think is the most unique thing about your business?
For me, it's the individuality of actually creating a fitness program or a dance program. So it can be fitness or dance, you know, around the individual.
Sorry.
Some people want to dance, but the byproduct of that is that they stay healthy. Some people want to get fit, and the byproduct of that they might enjoy and start doing something, like for example salsa. They might say, I actually quite like salsa, or I actually like street dancing. You know, so the creativity is the byproduct.
So the new thing is, especially in this borough, as a focus of your gym, is individuality.
Individuality.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, we're moving. We're kind of nearly at the end now, so we're just looking at the future a little bit more. What are you most excited about for your business in the next 12 to 18 months?
12 to 18 months is actually getting Warren's gym really going.
Yep.
That's gonna be my main goal. So I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited about actually getting a new dance team together. I want to get a new dance team of people from Ilford or Redbridge.
Yeah, of course.
That's my main. Every gym I've been working at, I've also had a dance group which I've got from the local. So I want to set up a new dance group so we can go and do shows and competitions, but I want it to be local teenagers.
Yeah, nice. Bring it again. To the community. Nice.
Right again. Yeah.
Okay, this might link to what we just talked about. What is your favourite, your most productive, most useful tool, app, or piece of technology that you use for your business?
Well, it's Riffle, as I said.
Which is
So the Riffle.
Free to download on the App Store.
Yep, exactly. And it's fantastic. And you can just make up, and it's really easy to make up your own ads. And you can, if you want to pay a little bit of subscription, you can put some music on there as well.
Okay, nice.
Have
you got the subscription version? Or?
No, I haven't. No,
Okay,
they've got free music as well, but I don't use that.
Yeah.
But I just sort of tend to use the, But it's nice because you think as though you've got your phone, you just take pictures all the time, and then you just sort of link it up, and you can be, hour at home if you're bored. Do you know what I mean? And you just sort of put an ad together.
Great. And that's great, because that's obviously what Simply Creative is, trying to help people get out and about at doing this things themselves and not always relying on something else.
What I try to do is like a little blog via the Ripples, like a nutrition blog. So once a week I'll just put out a little nutritional tip.
And can tell everyone what your handle is for Instagram or how they can find you on your social media.
You see, that really rubbish sort of things. I just do that because it's on my phone. I just sort of
that's fine. We'll add it in the notes anyway, so it's fine. So,
fine.
Check out the notes if you want to see what the handle is, if you want to follow Antony. So last question, and this is meant to again help people bring a bit of value if they're listening to here and they're trying to get started with something, whether it be a new business, a project, whatever that is. So I've said this is the scenario. If someone is just out of school, out of college, university, or maybe is unemployed, and you were advertising for someone to join your gym, as an example, again scenario, it's hypothetical. What one thing do you think they could do to get your interest so you would give them a job? What's
willing to learn?
Nice.
I think that's the main thing, is willing to learn. Having an idea of what, not an idea of where they want to go, but just something what they're quite passionate about. Okay. It might be football, it might be rugby, it might be dance, it might be karate, but just have an idea of something you're interested in, you know what I mean, or something you've done at school, you think that's the road. I think a lot of our parents and a lot of some the careers officers, they push us down roads where they say, well, your parents did this job, you're meant to do this job.
Of course.
I was lucky in the sense, as I said, my mum was a singer, that I was always pushed into the entertainment world anyway. But there's a lot of people who will say, you know what, I wouldn't mind being a singer, but I wouldn't know how to do it. I wouldn't mind being a dancer. I think I'm a good dancer, but I wouldn't know how to do it. Just have a little bit of a passion of something they really want to do, and having the confidence confidence to learn to have confidence to believe in yourself, to reach for the stars.
Okay.
So the ability to learn and just have a little bit of a dream about what they want.
And that's a nice good mix and combination for you to go spot. Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Great. That's the end. So thank you very much for the chat today.
Okay.
It's been great. Obviously, all the notes will be in the podcast anyway, where they can get to know you, see what you're up to at events, and obviously keep us updated on what you're going and doing, and we'll help you spread the word.
Cool.
Thank you very much. Thank you for listening to the podcast. We hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a review, and any comments with any feedback would be much appreciated. So for now, until next time.